Hello and welcome to another installment of the Bygone Times. Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to look at this tin full of old or old-ish buttons at least. The last time we looked at buttons we had kind of an interesting container that was an old shaving cream or shaving product container that had been repurposed. This is not old at all. This is just like a chocolate candy tin, so we won't bother spending much time with that. And as before, I don't know too much about these buttons or buttons in general, but we'll take a quick look and just see what kind of interesting things we can find out. And so that one caught my attention because I thought it was a Pepto-Bismol disc, but it is not. It's a button. It's a pink button. Alright. And so you can see some of these are on cards, and so they were sold as sets or all together. So this says button covers. And so I suspect some of these are not very old at all. This is Walmart. But it has kind of the old fashion to it, button covers. So I suppose you slide the buttons up inside these slots here. Maybe they pop open. I don't know. So it lets you kind of change out how you present your buttons at any given time. So again, many of these, maybe most of these, are just not old at all. Although, you can see there's a little bit of fading on the print there. So 4 count for 60 cents. They chic. So I suppose at 60 cents that's probably cheaper than you'd pay today. And these are actually like Native American chiefs. I don't know which nation or tribe this would be, but kind of interesting. Kind of reminds me of some of the old nickels that I've seen. And this is from Cotillion Cards. And this is Bugler, maybe. So they have like patriotic scenes on them, I think. So definitely some interesting buttons in this batch. Not something you would necessarily expect to find on today's clothing. So these are hand assembled. I can see there's writing on the back, and it looks like they are maybe old greeting cards of all the gifts of Christmas, blank, 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 are those that last. So somebody's cut up their greeting cards and attached these buttons to them. This is another kind of interesting round of metal buttons. Almost need a magnifying glass or a loop to see these. There's a semi-lucky clover. It's not a 4-leaf, but it's still kind of interesting and pretty. Some of these have rhinestones in them. This is Bugler 2, maybe? Some of them are the same or nearly the same. So you can see how they've run a thread through these to hold them on. This is actually kind of a wire, thin wire. Next up we have another similar type pack, just a smaller one. And again, you can see the old Hallmark mark there. So cut up greeting card, many good wishes for Christmas. So people have always been innovative and tried to reuse what they have when it makes sense. More buttons. I'm probably glossing over some significance on some of these, but who knows? If you know of some buttons in these batches that should be called out, that's something special, let me know. I will call them out. So this one is a little different. It's conical shape. And this one has some fretwork to it, so little holes, and then some relief to the metal. Flowers on some of these. One of them says Japanese girl. I don't know how really you could make that out from these being so tiny. Maybe again you need a magnifying glass or a loop. This one says ship. So people will sometimes throw you a bone in terms of trying to help figure out what's what. There's the back of that greeting card. Alright. Not sure what this is. Some sort of covers for legs or something or other. Alright, now I got a few one-offs. Now those are some big plastic buttons. I guess they're buttons. Looks like something that might have been on a raincoat in the 70s or something. Here's kind of a grouping of, these are plastic of some sort of amber colored with flowers painted on them. A few more of the big buttons. A little bit of variety. This one has a castle of some sort on it looks like. Maybe a few more buttons with some size to them. Oops, sorry about that. This one almost looks like a cameo, like maybe you could put a picture in it. It'd be a lot of work though. And then Captain America's shield. Alright, and then we got some little buttons there. So there we go. Another button collection in an old chocolate tin, or not an old chocolate tin, but a newer chocolate tin. Nothing too old, but some interesting reminders of the bygone days. Thanks for watching.